What's going on, everybody? Double Check Effect Sports Code coming at you with another video. Shout out to everyone who has liked and subscribed to the channel. Wanted to jump on here today and make a little breakdown of Game 1 of the much anticipated NBA Finals between the Boston Celtics and the Dallas Mavericks. Now, I wanted to make a video prediction of Game 1 before, but simply couldn't make it in time. Knew there was, I was willing to say say that the score was going to go under. Okay, there's a lot of reasons why, and now we know why. As of course, the score ended 107 to 89. And the reason I'm making this video is because I was very intrigued at the final score and what it meant and all the things that we were talking about in the previous video with the Philadelphia Phillies. Okay, so go back and watch my Phillies video. It actually talks about the San Andreas and the connection to this upcoming World Series / earthquake, right? Because we're going to talk about how it all connects from Game 1 from yesterday. Okay, so I want you to notice the Celtics finished with 107, and in the very pure cipher, the word earthquake equals 107. Okay, so very undisputable there. And I also want you to notice the game was played on June 6th. Okay, San Andreas equals 6-6. Okay, so the game was played on that day, and it also featured the 107 from the Celtics. So that's just the start of it. So now we're going to go ahead and look at the Mavericks score. We're going to go ahead and do some math. So the final total, if you were to add these two together, okay, so if we go 89 from the Mavericks and then we add the 107 to the Celtics score, we get a combination of the 196, okay? And now, if we were to type in the word San Andreas Fault line, a direct match to the 196. Okay, so the total points scored in this Game 1 game, which was clearly connected to a potential upcoming earthquake, San Andreas Fault line 196, final score 196 points scored on 6-6. Okay, now it goes even further. Again, San Andreas Fault line, right? So 317 is also the 66th prime number. Okay, so this game was clearly rooted with this in mind. Now, a lot of talk has been about, the JFK connection. Again, he was born in Massachusetts. He died in Dallas. Again, that's all great, and everybody is kind of onto that already. No one's really disputing that, but this is the knowledge that, passed on, I believe, from Amplified Truth. He really did a good job at exposing this with the Kobe Bryant and the helicopter incident and the Tyler the Creator on stage performance at the Grammys. He did a really good job at dissecting that. So I want to give credit where credit is due. I don't know if he has a channel anymore, but he really did a good job to put me onto this, and I felt like this was clearly a very ritualistic game for this, because again, the San Andreas, they're not sure. Again, there's been lots of talks of it, going off here. The very famous one was in 1906 in San Francisco. I also want to point out the Mavericks scored 89 points, and then the last significant, big earthquake, if you will, took place along, the San Andreas system in 1989. Okay, and that was during the World Series of the Bay Area. The two teams who just so happened to be in the Bay were playing each other, and that's when the World Series earthquake happened. Okay, and I think there's been a lot of talk about 89. What are the chances that this was a score and this is all lining up on that day? Okay, the hidden meaning. Okay, so I just wanted to bring that up. I'm not sure how much I'm going to be able to talk about this. I just wanted to bring that up, and then just one final thought about how this whole season has began. The very beginning has begun from this. Okay, so if we take a look back, this is the opening season. The two games that were played on opening night, and I noticed right away it's between the LA Lakers and the Golden State Warriors, which of course are the two teams in which the fault line, Golden State in San Francisco and the LA Lakers of Los Angeles. And I want you to note that they both played on the same night. The season opened in Denver, but again, the LA. And I noticed, look at that, Los Angeles Lakers scored 107 points, just like the Celtics did in their game one of this finals, just like they did in game one of their season. Okay, not only that, but Denver topped it off with a 119 finish. Okay, and of course, San Andreas Fault Line 119 in the reverse reduction cipher. Okay, so this is all very connected here. No coincidence there. And of course, the other team, okay, Golden State. Okay, the Golden State Warriors. They played the Phoenix Suns on the same night. And of course, this was the most intense earthquake that took place in the city of San Francisco. Devastating fires broke out several days. One of the deadliest earthquakes in history. So pretty intense stuff. Yeah, but it was very obvious that once I saw the 107, I immediately thought, oh my gosh, like this is clearly the ritual for the game. And what does that mean? So it means quite a few things. So if we think about how could the series end? What are some scenarios, right? So let's select all, and we bring us to could the Celtics win 4-1? The reason being the San Andreas Fault Line is the 41st triangular number in the Satanic Cipher. So could they win 4-1? Fits to be seen yet. Okay, it's still a long way to go. Very well could end in Beantown. Kobe Bean Bryant in Beantown finished the 41 in the tribute to the San Andreas Fault Line. Again, I'm not saying you should place a wager on that just yet. I want to see how game two goes. I see two scenarios. I see it being a 2-2-2 type of deal where, the Celtics win two, Mavericks win two, Celtics win two. Again, tributing the all in order, okay, the 2-2-2 order out of chaos number. Or I see a situation where, the Mavericks pick up the win in game two. That makes it way more interesting. They go back to Dallas 1-1. Okay, the twin number. Okay, and sets up game three, right? Because I think in game three was actually the day that let's see, that earthquake happened. What game was this? This is championship. What game? I want to say it was game three, which is interesting because this year is when I want to see when game three occurs for this team. I think the game three is going to be occurring on June 12th, which is a very interesting day to look at indeed. So just wanted to make a brief video. Again, this isn't to, this is just what I noticed. Okay, so again, Celtics 107, the word earthquake 107, San Andreas Fault Line, the two teams combined to finish with 196 points on 6-6. Okay, of course, the word San Andreas equals 66, and 89 was the most significant earthquake in recent date along this fault line, and of course, the Mavericks finished with 89 points. Okay, so this was the ritual for the game. There's no doubt. I have no doubt about it. Again, stay tuned. We're going to continue to make videos about what we see and what we notice in the games. We'll make some predictions before, but I also want to make videos about what we see after the game to help decode and see what the true ritual is about when trying to understand this system. So, double check effect sports code coming at you. Hope you have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you soon.